Morning. So, look at that rain. Well, if you want to check in with the two planning/preparation masters, this is the next journey in the saga. So, this is the Bay of Islands hostel in Pahia, I'm so sorry. Again, disclaimer, not doing it on purpose. My brain gets stuck on words. This is actually how my brain works. Like, my brain gets stuck on words, and then it's like autopilot, and it really, when I try to talk to the camera, I'm just trying to talk with fluid of consciousness, conscious fluid, and then that's the word that comes out. So, disclaimer, especially for the Te Araroa, I apologize way beforehand if I mispronounce these names, not on purpose, how my dumb brain works, and I almost dropped that. So, why I'm doing this, oh god, I balanced.
It's called Pahia.
Pahia. So, today is November 8th?
Yeah.
November 8th. So, let's check in with our planet. Why is it so fuzzy all the time? Okay, I'm going to stop and then try to reshoot the film. And we're back. So, what I was saying is, one, I didn't like how fuzzy the screen was making me. And two, look at that rain. So, today is November 8th. If you watched yesterday's episode, you will have seen that we traveled and got to Pahia at 5 o'clock. Got some fish and chips, came back to the room, and like almost instantly fell asleep at like 8 p.m. So this morning, our initial plan, quote unquote plan, was to wake up early and try to hitch up to Katia and ultimately Katia and ultimately up to the Cape where the trail starts. So initially, we wanted to start today. We had built in some flexibility for the hitch. We were going to try to hitch pretty much all day. But then...
It's pouring.
It is absolutely pouring. And rain is frequent on this North Island, but I checked the weather this morning, and this is the hardest rain it should be for the next week. So I don't want to hitch in that. Magpie doesn't want to hitch in that.
It's cold rain as well.
Yeah.
It's not tropical rain. It's cold.
Yes.
And also it's phone-killing rain.
Yeah, phone-killing rain. So yesterday, thankfully we did do this. Our planning actually did work a little bit. On the bus ride here, the bus had Wi-Fi, and we tried to book 2 tickets from Pahia to Katia for Wednesday, tomorrow, as a backup plan. And for the first 2 hours, they were fully booked from Wednesday, so stress levels were starting to increase. But I just kept checking their website, and ultimately somebody must have canceled, something happened. So we finally squeezed in, and I think got the last tickets from Pahia to the town of Katia for tomorrow, Wednesday. And so now that's our main plan. So now we're staying here another day. Super friendly owner. If you're staying in Pattaya for before the trail, Pattaya, or even while hiking the trail, the popular app that people use for this trail doesn't really mention this, the Bay of Islands hostel. So I think more backpackers stay at the Parrot hostel or the Katani hostel. But super friendly folks here, so I'd recommend this spot. So when I checked with him this morning, he actually...
Are you talking about what hostel?
The Katia hunt one.
Katia.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, you said Katani.
Oh, the Katani hostel here in Pahia.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh, so a lot of words going out. So when I checked with him this morning, he didn't have this room available, but he gave us an upgraded room for the same price. So super friendly. So that's the gist of what today is. We're going to stay here. I guess it gives us a little time to like actually catch up on rest, do some work necessities. I have a lot of backlogs of...
I can finish your hat.
Stuff I need to do. She can finish my hat.
It's almost done.
Yeah, so I guess it's a blessing in a way. Like, I was antsy to start the trail, but we've been pretty much moving since we've landed, so it gives us a little time to actually stop, think ahead so we can actually plan. So yeah, today we're going to stay in town.
I can have a shower after that nasty, sweaty bus.
Yeah, Magpie can have a shower. And I don't know what else we're going to get into today. Pretty much today is just about avoiding the rain. And we'll probably do tourist stuff. So the main town of Pahia is a few blocks down. You saw it when we filmed the fish and chips joint. Beautiful bay, beautiful coast. So we might get into stuff today. We might rest, we might sleep, we might add on more of the pre-hike weight that has been really catching up to us lately. It's going to be quite a rude awakening to hiking again. Yeah, I got more fluffing than I need in my body right now. So yeah, that's the gist of it. We shall see what today brings, but I'm glad that our planning has mostly worked out for us so far. So for those of you that are planning this hike, plan better before us. The tips I can give you so far is before you even land in Auckland, book your bus from Auckland to Kataya, and then yeah, that's kind of my recommendation. Once you get to Kataya, it's a straight shot to the Cape. You have hitching available, shuttles, what have you. Pre-plan your bus from Auckland to Kataya because that one gets booked up really fast. So
it's also only like $60 New Zealand dollars for one person, so it's not expensive.
yeah, and it runs I think 3 days a week. It doesn't run every
Monday,
day.
Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, I think.
Yeah, so that is the most thing. That not being able to book that bus has made us do this process more step by step, which is okay, but yeah. Plan ahead. Okay. I'm gonna pack up and then go move to our upgraded room. Yay! So we were commenting on how big this tree was, and apparently there's a plaque. I wish I could give you a scale.
It's like as tall as like a 4-story building.
And the girth of it is about 4 people around, if not more.
Yeah, at least 4 people around.
Yeah.
It's a 4 or 5-story building tall.
Yeah, the girth of it is 4 people across. I'm sorry, not around. Like 4 people across, shoulder to shoulder. All right, it's wet. So this is Main Street of Pattaya, and we went to a grocery store up there. There's 2 grocery stores, the Countdown and Foursquare. Both have different things, so depending on what you want. Funny enough, the TA is right there. So that's the Te Araroa Trail. You walk directly through this town and then walk across here. Magpie, I think, got ahead of me in the rain. But we were looking for a cafe downtown, and surprisingly, not a whole lot of options downtown for a cafe. But near the hostel we're staying, there's something called El Cafe that we're going to go back to. We just popped into the grocery store to pick up some lunch meat because it's raining all day like this. It's not a far walk into town, but it's more than you're wanting to do and get drenched. So, oh, there she is. So, we're going to go back to El Cafe for breakfast. There they go. Oh, that looks so good. And then a local hot sauce. Thank you. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm taking a picture, baby. She doesn't even argue with me anymore. She knows I'm taking a video. It is straight up raining sideways. Oh, and there's good fluffers for you right there. So, yeah, super happy we're not trying to hitch in this right now. We might have gotten pity on ourselves and got in the hitch already. But, yeah, glad we're not hitching in that. As you saw, we got back from breakfast. This is the upgraded room the guy gave us. It's just larger. It's the family room. But as you see, there's a lot of bunks. So when we checked in, after we popped up here, we popped back down and told them, like, if any TAers come in and you guys are fully booked up, I don't think a lot of places are fully booked up right now, but we told them, yeah, if any TAers come in and want a cheap room or whatever and you're fully booked up, you can easily slot them here with us. Yeah, it's kind of like a bunk room, so we're not going to use all the beds. So right now, Magpie's listening to an audiobook or a podcast or a show. I'm doing a little bit of editing podcasts. So yeah, for people that are listening to the podcast that we're going to be releasing while we're on the TA, I apologize beforehand about the editing quality. It's not going to be quote unquote top of the line. Well, but that's also kind of the flavor of everything. We give you the raw, we give you the real, we give you the in the moment. I know for podcasts that's a little different than video format, but yeah, I'm going to apologize beforehand. We're doing the best we can with the gadgets we have available. So yeah, doing a little podcast editing, waiting out the rain. I think we made it a good decision not to try to hitch today. It would have been quite upsetting. That's heavy rain, heavy wind. All right, we are back on the main strip of Pila. It is a few minutes before 8 p.m. on November 8th. November 8th. Not a whole lot going on. Didn't film a whole lot. We got breakfast. Went back to the hostel. I did about 3 or 4 hours of podcast work.
Obviously, there's traffic as soon as you start filming. That's followed us.
There always has to be a car. As soon as I start filming, there has to be a car. It can be a very quiet street, but as soon as I start, there has to be a few cars. So, yeah, did a few hours of podcast work. Got some Sammys, some sandwiches for lunch, and then did a little bit of looking at some emails, a little bit of video stuff, and now we're here. Not a whole lot went on today. Not super exciting. We couldn't really explore a lot of the town today because now is like the first time that it has not been pouring. There might have been an hour or two that it was just misty like this, but it was pouring pretty much all day. So we're both feeling antsy, both feeling really, really ready to start exploring the country by foot. And we got our bus for tomorrow at 11:40. Gets us to Kataya at 2:30.
You said it right.
Yeah, I did. And from there, we have 5-6 hours of daylight to try to hitch up to the Cape. So we're ready. We're ready to start moving. I don't know. Neither of us does well in just like, I don't want to use the word stagnant because it's a beautiful place we are, but when we have a plan and we're just ready to go, it's kind of...
If it hadn't been like pouring rain, like not even pleasant to leave to go walking through town,
Yeah.
then maybe we would have done more stuff today and felt more excited about being tourists.
Yeah.
It was just like sideways downpour.
Oh,
The streets were flooding because of how wet it was.
I filmed how bad it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've said it again, but
Ready to go.
remains to be said. Ready to get steppin'. So we're gonna maybe grab a bite in town and get to steppin' tomorrow, hopefully. Let's get it. So to cap off the day, we're at the bay, eating with my bae. I had to do it.
He's only been saying that like 4 times in a row.
I did it.
Ready to put it on video.
It wasn't even getting ready to put it on video. I was just stoked because the ice cream shop is like right over there. And then we're deciding to go to the bay with the bae to the end of the day. That's what I gotta say. We're not at McDonald's. You can't have it your way.
That's Burger King.
Oh, okay. Same.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.